Hey Joe, it's Folks here. This is a blog article from Printful about some 2025 statistics in the world of print on demand. And this one here, number 11, is something that I think many people would be surprised to actually read. According to this article here, about 24% of the people starting print on demand actually do it long term. That means that 76% of the people trying print on demand don't see it through. And at first glance, reading this makes it feel like there's a whole bunch of people that are trying print on demand and utterly failing. And while that's probably true to some extent, that's not what this statistic is talking about. This statistic here is talking about people that do print on demand long term. This basically means that 76% of the people trying print on demand ultimately stop at some point. And I would imagine that probably half of those people are stopping print on demand at some point because they are not willing to give it an honest shot. Here's what I mean. So many people get interested in print on demand, but they never actually build a real store. Maybe they dabble for a little bit, but they never actually launch. Or maybe they create an account with a print on demand supplier, but again, they don't actually open a store. I have talked to many different people interested in starting a print on demand store, and in a lot of cases, the fear of failure prevents a lot of people from starting at all. If that is you and you don't know what to do, I'm going to break down some different things in this video today that should be helpful. I also have a free print on demand course. It's called POD for Dummies. There's a link down in the description. Now, in the video today, I'm going to first address a massive myth, and then secondly, I'm going to talk about what these 24% of people who are doing print on demand long term are doing with their store to allow them to have that sort of long-term success. And I'm making this video because the other day someone actually shared this statistic with me, and they said that they were nervous about starting a business that only has a 24% success rate. And I replied and said, that is definitely concerning, but that's not what this statistic is saying, nor is it saying that there is some sort of a flaw within the print on demand business model that is causing such a large amount of people to fail. Basically, most people that try print on demand and don't do it long term or fail are failing because of something that they are doing. Meaning nobody is building a great store and choosing great niches and making great designs and failing. Most times people fail because they're not doing those things. The myth here is that print on demand as a business has a 24% success rate, or that some part of the print on demand business model causes 76% of people trying it to fail. What is true is that 24% of the people doing print on demand actually give it a worthwhile shot and succeed with print on demand long term. And like I said, if that is something you're trying to do, down in the description I do have a free course to help you to get started. I also have this video here on my channel where I address many of the common mistakes that most beginners fall into, which ultimately could lead to the destruction and the failure of their store. Basically, most people that fail with print on demand are choosing bad niches or making bad designs, or they're making a store that people don't want to spend money on. Creating something that people will actually pay for is the hard part of print on demand. And if you're looking at the statistic that we looked at earlier, that 24% of people set up with print on demand stay active in the long term, and it's making you nervous to actually get started. Again, please know that this is not an indication that print on demand as a business model is flawed. Just like if you were looking to get in shape and start going to the gym, I'm sure people that go to the gym and stick with it long term would have a similar stat to what we're looking at today, but the idea that the gym is flawed or that eating healthy and working out doesn't get you in better shape is not true. If only 24% of people that go to the gym stick with it long term, there's likely a reason why those 76% of people that are not going to the gym long term are not doing so. The same thing is true with print on demand. If you are getting into this and you are expecting overnight results, or if you are just throwing a store together in a weekend, you are likely not going to be someone that is doing print on demand long term. Here on my channel, I have made a bunch of videos detailing things that I do on my own stores and things that I've seen work well for others, but I want to end the video today with just a couple of major tips for you. If you are looking to be a part of that 24% of people doing print on demand long term, the first thing you need to do is make sure that you have a good idea for your store. If you are just doing a bunch of random things for a bunch of random niches all on one store and you really have no specific target market, your store is likely not going to do that well. The other day I made a video breaking down this this print-on-demand store here, and I basically reviewed the fact that they just have such a unique way to sell to their niche, which is people who love golf, and it's likely going to lead to a lot of future success for them. In that same video, I also showed this store here. This is a print-on-demand store that is selling airport maps. Basically, people can choose any airport that they'd like. I've also reviewed print-on-demand stores like this. This is a print-on-demand store that specializes in apparel for a few different types of outdoor-based niches, and again, they are doing something specific. This store does in fact have a target market. It's clearly defined, and that is ultimately the reason why this store has been able to be successful. Again, if you're just throwing a bunch of random things together under one shop, your customers are going to see through that. I started my first print-on-demand store in 2016, and one of the things that I always talk about is how your store should do something specific well. In the case of the couple of stores that we just looked at, the something specific well that they are doing is a specific niche. Whether it's people who love to travel or play golf or go fishing, they have zeroed in on that market. On the flip side, you could also focus on a specific product. This store here is a product-focused store. All they do is sell print-on-demand leggings. This shop here is called Lakeshore Metal Decor. They are doing a very similar approach, and they are selling print-on-demand metal signs, and they're making designs for many different niches. But the thing they are doing well, the specific thing they're doing well, is that they sell metal signs. Doing this makes your store feel more credible. Right now, in the year 2025, there are hundreds of thousands of other stores out there. You can see here, number 10 in this article is that there is 250,000 print-on-demand stores open right now. 228,000 to be exact. The reason why you want your store to do something specific is so that way people actually take you seriously. There are tons of shops out there that just do a bunch of random stuff. When you are building your own store, what you want to do is make sure that you are clearly doing something specific well and positioning yourself as an expert in that thing. Again, whether it is a specific niche or a specific product. Now, the next thing that stores like this do well is they create really simple and clean and branded stores. You can see here that this store is not that advanced. However, they do have some good clean mock-ups. They've also got some simple imagery on here showcasing what it is that they are actually doing and the target markets that they are catering to. The same thing is true with this site here. Again, they've got a really clean store. It's pretty simple. There's some good mock-ups on here. Basically, mock-ups like these could easily be created. They've got very simple text on the site. Nothing feels awkward. There is a human element to this. And ultimately, they've built a store that does feel credible, and the majority of it is done with very simple mock-ups. They've also become very active on their social media channels. They've got themselves some samples. They create some really good posts to grow their brand. At the end of the day, this store is something that everybody getting into print on demand should sort of shoot for when it comes to how your store should look. And ultimately, stores that do build in that way, simple, with great imagery in a great niche or a great product doing something specific well, will be a part of this 24% of people that do print on demand long term. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you are just getting into this and you don't know what to do first and you're not sure about your ideas, or even if your idea is good or not, like I said, make sure to check out my free course. It's called POD for Dummies. There's a link down in the description. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.